Welcome to Truth and Transcendence. You can find all our other episodes on truthandtranscendence.com. And you can find all the other things I'm doing on beingspace.world. And if you want to know about freedom of spirit, that's on freedomofspirit.world. So I came into the year, and like a lot of people, I had decided I was going to really invest in my wellness. And I thought, right, part of that is regular yoga. I wonder what on earth has happened to Dorothy, my favorite yoga teacher, whose approach really does fit with my particular body and my particular state. And where is she? I couldn't find her. Finally found her after searching high and low. And I said, "Are you doing any online yoga?" She said, "Yes, I'm just about to start an online yoga group next Monday." I went, "No." She said, "Yes." So I immediately was her first group member, and we started on the Monday, and we're now in week 9. We just finished week. We're just about to finish week 9 tomorrow. And it has been so wonderful. And there's a couple of things from it I'd like to share, which they're to do with yoga, but they're much, much broader than yoga. Dorothy follows a thing called the Scaravelli approach. She calls it Scaravelli-informed yoga. And part of that, and actually what I'm going to say is going to sound like every yoga teacher, but there's a particular version of this in Scaravelli-informed yoga that's very particular, that I can't fully convey in words. You'd have to do it to really get the experience. And that's part of the point of what I want to make in this conversation, actually, that thing about the experience. So a big part of it is this idea of only asking the body to do what the body naturally feels like it wants to do, and never, ever pushing. Now, that is an interesting idea, never, ever pushing. So I thought I knew all about not pushing. I thought I completely understood that. But apparently not. Because in these yoga classes, it doesn't matter how many times Dorothy says, "Now only take your body as far as it naturally wants to go." Still, there will be moments when I catch myself pushing, trying to stretch a bit further, trying to hold a position a bit longer. Because I'm looking at Dorothy's body on the video, and she can do things that I cannot do yet. She can do things I can't do at the moment. And there's part of my ego that goes, "Well, I want to be able to do that. Surely I can do that. I just push, I will be able to do it." No, not necessarily. And yet there's this habit of pushing, this habit of going, no, I must push. Even though I'm being told over and over again, "No, don't push. No, don't push. Just breathe. Ease off." To be fair, I do manage to do that a lot of the time, and I do notice a significant benefit from it. And I do notice that in the rest of my life, it helps to sort of reinforce that part of me that knows not to push. And by push, I mean pushing past where the body wants to go, or where the spirit wants to go, or where the energy wants to go, and recognizing when we need to rest or ease off. So I also realize there are times in life, and I've had these times, when we choose to really push ourselves. We choose to go, right, I'm going to, like someone I don't know, but know of, who decided he was going to become a podcaster. He had no idea. He had none of the skills required. He said, "I'm going to do a show every single day for 8 years." And he did. And he did burn out more than once during that period of time. He did really push himself, but he took himself to a place he wanted to be by doing it. So he intended to do it. He wanted to do it. He did it. But he has not continued in that vein forever. He did it for a reason. So yes, sometimes there are times to do that for a reason, but on an ongoing basis, that's not what we're designed for. In my opinion, you may disagree. So in my view, this whole idea of take the body as far as it wants to go and then ease off If it doesn't want to go any further, take a breath, rest, and then come back in. And the extraordinary thing about that is that when we do that, what actually happens is the body learns. We learn. And over time, things loosen, things release, strength builds. And it's done in a way which is not fighting with the body, it's cooperating with the body as we go. And the thing about the ego wanting to push, wanting to get it right, the trouble then is we're actually fighting with ourselves. We are denying the truth of the nature of how we are. And when we do that, we actually hold ourselves back. And we cut ourselves off from the resources we have within. Any form of lying to ourselves, fighting with ourselves, actually cuts us off from our inner resources. So this idea of going as far as the energy and the body wants to go, and then relaxing and breathing, and then going again when we're ready, is a really interesting one. I find it fascinating. And of course, I'm practicing it 5 days a week at the moment, and I'm noticing real benefits from it. So if you'd like to know about this particular yoga group that I'm in, have a look in the show notes, because I'm going to put the link in there. Highly recommend it. You will see me in a variety of sort of sloppy exercise, shapeless garments on the mat, usually covered in a kind of a lilac fluffy throw. So I'm a sort of a mound, a lilac fluffy mound on the mat, doing the yoga underneath this throw. So you will see me there. So yeah, letting the body go as far as it wants to go, as far as what feels natural, rather than fighting with ourselves. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Maybe check out my other stuff on beingspace.world or freedomandspirit.world, and you can find the rest of the show on truthandtranscendence.com. Have a fantastic week and a natural week. See you next time.